Today, I want to talk to you about something a little unusual, the bar life. You know, going to the taverns all the time, drinking yourself silly, stumbling your way home, all of that. And is it worth it? So I'm going to tell you my example of the bar life. So, and when you're young and you're first allowed into the bars, you're going to go. There's no doubt about it, you're going to end up going to them, right? Most people do. So, it's fun. It's exciting. There's adventure out there. There's also trouble that comes with it. But when you're young, that's what people do, right? And so everybody goes through that. There are some people that I know that still do that to this day, and they're older people. They're in their 50s and 60s, and some even into their 70s, and they're still going to the bar. Most of these people, what I notice about them, they don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. And it's because they just keep forking their money over to the bar, you know. The bar is there for a reason. They're there to make money. That's what they're there for, okay? I know bar owners. I know lots of them, and for my years of being in the bars, and these people are out to make money, and they do make money. Most of them do if you run it right. Now, supposed friendships, right? I have some people say to me, hey, I meet a lot of friends in the bars. And you do. You meet people in the bars that I say supposed for a reason. Because in my experience, all of the bar friends that I had, and I had many, right? Because I was a landscaper, and I was after work every other night. We were in the bars and carrying on and whatnot. I knew everybody in my town, and so you thought you had a lot of friends, right? But when the rubber meets the road, and you actually need these people to help you, they're almost non-existent, and you'll find that out as life goes on. You will. You'll see that when you really need somebody and really need to depend on them, and I'm not talking about a ride home. That's hard enough to get from somebody. Find somebody sober to give you a ride home. But it just seems like if you need help with a project, say at your house, I need help moving furniture in or out of the house, something as simple as that, you can't get anybody on the phone, okay? And there's a lot of other things that go on too. But what I've noticed after I left the bars, when it comes to friendship, my phone stopped ringing. Before, my phone was ringing all the time. Hey, George, we're going to the bars. We're going to go hang out. Come with me. We're going up here. Come with me. We're going over there. Come with me. You had that all the time because you were drinking buddies, right? Those are your drinking friends. And that's pretty much what they're good for, is just going out, having beers with them, and that's it. And that's okay, right, to a certain extent. But, again, it's not the real friends that you're really after. But anyway, then I think about the money that was spent. I spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in the bar. Why didn't I take that money, invest it into one of my businesses, invest it into my family? Why didn't I do that? Stupid. Instead, I gave it to the bars, okay? The chances I took. I crashed with my motorcycle once because I drove it drunk, being completely stupid, and told my wife I would never do it. Sure as shit I did it. It was a hot summer night, won't get into the details, drank too much, crashed my bike. That could have cost me my life. And how would that have been for my wife and children, that their dad went out and got drunk and killed himself? Or what if I drove my vehicle and I killed somebody else? That's an even bigger deal, right? Now you took somebody else's family away from them. So, not worth the chances. It's just not. The fights. Oh my God, I can't tell you how many bar fights that I have been in. That's why I look like this. So I've been just dozens and dozens and dozens of bar fights throughout the years. All over stupid shit. Because when you mix alcohol with people, bad shit happens. You can just about set your watch to 11 o'clock at night, shit starts going bad. Nothing good happens after midnight, let me tell you. All right, marriage is lost. There's the other thing. I can't tell you how many of my friends from the bars that lost their wives, okay, or lost their husbands. This happens a lot, a lot. It is nothing but a gossip factory in those bars. They create more trouble. Some guy walks up to your girl, next thing you know you're in a fist fight, or she starts fooling around on you with a guy. Everybody thinks the grass is greener on the other side of the road. Guys, let me know in the comments if any of this stuff has happened to you, okay? I've seen a lot of marriages end up in divorce because of the bars. Leaving the bar scene behind was a hard thing for me to do because I did that most of my life. And now that I'm in my 50s, I don't want that life anymore. And I was afraid of that change. And I was thinking that change is not for me. It's not, I want to be in the bars. I want to be where that excitement is and all that. But what I realized, or I didn't realize at the time, was look at the time I could have spent with my kids that I could have had. I could have had more time at home with my kids, more time at home with my wife. I would have had a better life here. But once I made the change, when I just had enough one time, and my wife and I were fighting all the time, and I was like, you know what? I have to make a decision. Stay in the bars, keep having all this trouble, or get the hell out of them, and let's see how it goes. Well, here's the update. My life is fantastic. I can't believe how much better my life got in every aspect of my marriage, in my relationship with my kids, my relationship with money, because it stays in my pocket now. Every single aspect of that is better. It is better. And it's a decision you're going to have to make for yourself. I can't make that for you, but I will tell you from my own personal point of view, getting out of the bars, and it's not that I don't go there once in a while. If a friend calls me up from out of town, I must go have a couple of beers, I'll go have a couple of beers with them. But that's the extent of it. I don't go out just to go out anymore. And it changed my life completely. And I hope that you guys will think about this before it's too late, before you have an accident, before you lose your wife, before you lose all your money. Start thinking about yourself.